close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll
You
finding life along the way, melodies we haven't played. And
All right. Here we go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to
Hey.
My Break Vets. I'm Justin Nastanis, U.S. Army veteran, here with my best homie over here, Eric. Doesn't need me to introduce
What's going
him.
on?
What's good? Go ahead. Let him know.
Hey, first YouTube stream. Right,
Yeah.
Justin? Look, we here. We had a couple bumps in the road, but we did it. We are. Just excited for everyone that's going to be joining us tonight. And this is going to be a start of something new, Air Force vet, we are partnered with the VA, Brick by Brick Vets, so let's go.
Yeah. How's my audio now? Is it better?
Yeah, I hear you fine over here. I'm
No,
gonna have
the
to check
chat
on
says
the.
my volume's low. Is it this? Yeah, it's that. Just blow everybody's eardrums out.
Here.
Hold on. I'm gonna actually switch the internal. Do apologize.
Terry in the house.
Here we go. How's that right there? Does that sound good? A little bit better? We're gonna be a little
Get a lot of
laggy.
X chat.
I'm gonna explain why in a minute.
Hello, Maggie. We're gonna have to redo everyone's
What's that?
everyone's Twitch handle is different here. So
Yeah, we're gonna
This
get
is,
reverb too. It's such a bad setup because. So here's the deal. So I'm gonna actually switch it to the big screen if you don't mind. So we do apologize.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's a little bit. I'm lagging even a little bit here too. So let me get a little bit better. See if I get a little bit better input here. So normally we have like a really crazy setup for. Sorry, it's still lagging. So normally we have a really crazy setup for Twitch. I am currently traveling this week abroad, and I went to go see a very good military friend of mine. Hopefully the audio is okay, and you're picking up this story. I do apologize about the lagging, but it's not a Twitch channel. It's literally YouTube. Let me see. So let me get. So
You can't- you
much
can't,
better.
like,
Thank you for
do the
that.
little
Good to
tag
know
thing.
the mic's working. We're having a lot of technical issues because we're trying to set up a portable system, basically, on the move, and be able to have it work from a laptop, which normally you have this insane gaming PC, insane setup for media, and we have this insane background and everything like that going pretty wild. But here I am. You actually hop on. I'm here with Sketch, John, homie I served with here.
How's it going, everybody?
That's us right there. Hold on. We gotta get the
Yo,
spaders in here.
Sketch.
Get a little, yeah. So there's a good point to this, right? So John, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
John Snyder. A lot of you from the military probably remember me as just Snyder. But, we've been friends for
It's
20
facts, though.
years. Served in the military together for a few years. Went to Iraq, that kind of stuff. And then he came down to see me,
Yeah, it's bananas. It's like we were just talking about it. So it's like a big part of it is like 20 years we ain't seen each other, and then walking in is like literally like walking into each other, at the
Yeah.
barracks. It's like
much.
straight up like his house, my house, his. We talk about a lot like getting out and going, you know, a lot of us compartmentalize like that. We sit at home, we come antisocial, we don't do the things. If your friends tell you like, come down, see me, this, that, and a lot of people talk about it, be about it. We
Yeah,
talk about that a lot, right?
definitely.
But when you called me and you said, when you talked,
Yeah.
we talked about it. What I do? I
Yeah,
said,
you bought a plane ticket.
like that minute, like that day. That's like, oh, when we got serious, it's like
Should be
that day.
better now. I mean,
Huh?
should-
Okay.
should be
All
better
right.
now if you wanna have a seat. I figured out what it was.
All right, so that's kind of what we're doing here today. I'm going to jump back up with Eric here, let him do a little bit of talking. But we're trying to figure things out technically for traveling purposes. And like we always say, we're relive what we talk about. And so if you're not used to, obviously, us being on the fly and it looking a little scrappy, this is from a Mac on YouTube. Away from home, there's a lot of factors going on here for the first stream. It's a big test stream
On the
for us.
Wi-Fi, not
And
on the Ethernet.
so that's it. I'm gonna let
Yeah.
Eric jump on there. Go ahead, E.
Yeah, I mean, this is we're gonna be talking about a lot of cool stuff today. You know, it's gonna be about how our success story, but really how we got from point A to point B. You know, because we really utilize VA benefits, and we really want to help more of our fellow veterans. You know, utilize that. Hey, Blue, Krista's in the chat. What's up? We miss you. You too? What? I know. Here we are. So, you know, we're going to be utilizing, talking about how we utilize all our benefits and really just kind of everyone here in this call, we're going to kind of just talk about, you know, all the amazing benefits that we got, you know, a hold of the good and the bad, not just all good. We're going to talk about everything, you know, we're off the cuff here. Ain't that right?
Yeah. No, I'm here to back you up, bro. I had it muted because it's like so awkward. But no, facts on
yeah,
facts,
you
man.
good.
Like straight up. But yeah, I'm gonna jump back in with John. So we're still setting up.
Yeah.
So we are trying to fix tech, work out the technicals with YouTube as we have switched it to a larger platform to help out a lot more vets. So we'll be talking about one of the things we're going to talk about the QR code to get you started with benefits. We're going to show some of the VA material that's putting out for PAC Act, which is really important towards your benefits. I think we're still lagging a little bit. If you're in stream, if you're in the chat, just shout out how the video quality is. If we're lagging real hard, let me know. Yo, it's Sketch in the flesh. Yes, it
What's
is,
up?
bro.
How you doing, Fresh?
Yeah.
Flesh in the
So
flesh.
can we move that light like right here? That'd
Yeah,
be
that would
perfect.
better, wouldn't it?
Oh, it would. We have the little bit of a. There we go. We got some lighting.
Nina says no lag. Lou
Yeah,
says no
so-
lag. Serena says it's good so far.
So yeah. So real quick. So anyways. So what do you do? What do you do for a living?
Tattoo
No.
artist. I've been tattooing now for 11 years.
Yeah.
I was actually, interesting story enough, I was with roommates with a guy that was still in the military. He actually just came back from a vacation in Colorado to see him. We've been friends now for 12 years. And when I was his
Yeah,
roommate,
perfect. Thank you.
he
You good, dude.
He
Go ahead.
actually kept begging me to do tattoos for him, and instead saying yes or anything, or he agreeing to it or whatever, he just brought home a tattoo machine. And 11 years later, I'm still doing it. It was just one of those things. I'm an artist. and
Yo, like,
fit.
but how like tattooing in the barracks? Like I think. Did you start tattooing in the barracks?
Yeah, I tattooed Salazar in the barracks.
Shut the
Yeah,
hell
I'm the one that put Sal across the top of his arm right there, way back in the day.
Like barracks, barbers, and
Yeah.
tattoo artists are getting their start, right? This dude's always been like at home with it. He's a nasty artist, like natural artist too.
Yeah, I was way back in the day from the military. I was the one that was always doing the paintings on the doors and then the murals on the walls
Yeah.
and the crap. And yeah, all the way back to basic training, they were making me do that. I had to repaint the dragon in the middle of Delta 119 on Fort Benning.
That's so
Fort
crazy. I was in
Benning now.
219, bro. So it's like it brings back. I was talking to Ron, and he was I was like, yo, you were 254. Who did this tat? Which John's gonna be doing some touch up work
Yeah,
here, and he's gonna be
exactly.
putting his finishing touches. Like I said, the goat. And we was in chat, and I was like, yo, I'm going to see the goat. And he was like, oh, I don't know when I became the goat. And I'm like,
I'll take it.
I'm not gonna rub it in, but I'm being real with y'all. I was like, my man is the goat. Like fact. I don't have to
I'll
say
take
nothing.
it.
And y'all in the chat know that too. So I'm gonna say it like it is. But he's been tattooing for a really long time and known him for a really long
That's
time.
in Article 15. Well, okay. I'll
Who
take
said
the
that?
Article 15. Krista said it.
Chris
Was
was
it-
like,
oh,
"Is
for
Article
that
15
damage to government
in the
property?
barracks?"
Oh yeah.
What do you think about all that, Eric? Seeing us in the flesh here too.
I think it's awesome, man. This is what we talk about, right? You live in it. You live in that life, you know?
Oh,
This is what
facts,
we
yeah.
do. So I think it's
100%.
awesome. You know, seeing Sketch in real life, this is awesome. Of course,
I have like
you know.
no fucking idea, excuse my language, but I don't have any idea where the microphone is on this. So hopefully, I don't catch any
I think
reverb
it's
for me. We have
I
so
think
much
it's somewhere
odd
in
stuff
the
going on.
in the front.
Huh?
It's catchy. It's somewhere in the front, like somewhere in
It's
the front
not
of the
picking up your
laptop.
audio too bad, so it's not too bad. Your audio on here looks like it's okay though. Eric is purple.
Yeah, because I have this alien way of like on the camera that's like
He had technical
not
problems before
consistent.
stream, and so did I. Imagine that.
Yeah, my computer was like shutting off. I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm gonna get myself my regular setup pretty soon. So
Yo, what's good though? Hey, talk about here. Let me throw it in the pot. It's so ugly this form right here. But yo, talk about I'm gonna throw that QR code up. Talk about how we
Yeah.
got here really quickly. What we do, because there's a lot of people who are probably coming in from the newsletter. If you're coming news
Yeah.
here, we should talk a little bit about how we got to where we're at.
Oh, Nina says my mic isn't great. Oh,
Hmm?
sorry. So Nina said my mic wasn't great. I don't know.
You good?
Hopefully it's better now. Hopefully it's better now. If it's not, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Anyways, yeah, like we had a pretty not crazy long journey. I would feel like this journey kind of went by a little fast. And right now, Justin throwing up the VA starter pack, that QR code. Go
Yeah,
ahead and scan
I threw it
that.
up.
Yeah, go ahead and scan that. It says, Blue says I kind of sound like I'm underwater. Okay, well, we're gonna have to deal with that for now. So, what we're able to do is when you scan that, you'll get access to all the different information for all the benefits that you are eligible as a veteran, especially a disabled veteran. And what we were able to do is utilize Chapter 31 benefits, Voc Rehab, to go ahead and access our education benefits. And through that,
Eric, I'm gonna take over for a second, bro.
is my mic really that bad?
Yeah, your mic says it sounds like it's underwater. So, anyways, I'm gonna show you again what that was just really quick. What he was talking about. The QR code here is how you get started with your benefits. So take a screenshot of it. Whatever you got to do. What you want to do is I'm gonna bring you to this homepage right here. You see, it's very laid out, very simple. So if you are a veteran, and everybody in here, thank you for your service. You are a veteran. If you are a dependent or somebody that knows veteran, get a snapshot, a screenshot of that QR code. You see it in the bottom left of the same of the pages as well. That'll get you brought to this app. And this is going to get you started with all of everything that you need, whether you're just getting out or you've been out for 30, 40 years. It doesn't matter. This gets you straight with your healthcare, your finances. Are talking about if monthly disability payments, life insurance, and burial allowance as well. Housing, employment, education, memorialization. So there's a lot to this. But we use Chapter 31, which is basically used to be called Voc Rehab. Now it's known as Veteran Readiness and Employment. But you can use Chapter 33, Chapter 30. So the original GI Bill, and post 9/11 GI Bill as well. So what that means is basically, in our case, we used it because at the end of our careers, we continue doing what we were doing. We had to switch occupations. So because of that, it can be difficult when you are in the passion that you were built for to find a new passion. The VA helps out a lot with that. So that QR code gets you straight. And then by getting straightened out with your benefits, whether you're going in, you don't have to go and do everything at once. You don't have to go in and say like, oh, let's sign up for, do my disability and get that rolling. But you should be getting your healthcare taken care of. They do a good job. If you don't find the right doctor, find one that is. Search around. Don't just stick with the first person you come across if you're not feeling right about it. But the second thing to that is the education. Get your education started. Like if you don't feel good, if you're not feeling right about what you're doing, it's kind of the reason why I was talking about John. Like he's not just a close friend of me and somebody that I served with, but he's doing what he likes doing for work, right? Talking about doing it back in the barracks. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, when it comes down to it, like talking about, I've said this before in the past. I honestly believe any veteran getting out of the military, uh, you have to understand your life has been laid out for you day by day by day by day by day by day by
Yeah.
day for so long, and when that absence of that happens to you, one of two things happens: either you shut down or you find purpose. And finding purpose,
So true.
yeah, you got it. Even if it's going to work every day, get up, do something. Small steps help. But finding purpose is just, especially when it comes to work. If you're interested in doing it and you want to try it out, and the VA is offering you a way to help you learn that craft, why wouldn't you? But I mean, for me,
Right.
yes, tattooing kind of fell in my lap. But the VA does offer programs to help people find things to help them find employment that they actually want to do.
I'm wondering like what's a way you would know of like, because like the VA offers a ton of like with Chapter 31, Chapter 30, Chapter 31 or 3, you can actually use it for like scuba diving. And so I learned that actually through Cherry. And through I call my bodyguard out there, fellow Marine, Jarhead out there. Not gonna chuck his name out there, but they're big scuba divers, and the VA covers that, like to get certified, and to become an instructor. So pretty cool. But I'm trying to wonder like how you might. What do you think that you would what that would classify under if you was wanting to? I know because they do entrepreneurship. We've had guests on that talk about it. But real quick to answer a question, yes, Fresh, absolutely
Yeah.
going to be getting a sketch tat here. But yeah,
Yeah.
what do you think school wise? Because I really wouldn't know. Like, you know what I mean?
School wise, the programs that are offered to you,
Because you can get certifications. That's the thing.
it's hard for me to remember the names of these programs because I haven't honestly used them, but I do know that they exist. It's
I know you go to art
some
schools
kind
and
of
stuff like that, too.
retraining type thing.
We should figure this out so we'll put it on.
Yeah.
Thinking about it, but like even getting into that business, it's so crazy because we got my literal bachelor's degree is in Bachelor of Science in Esports Management and Business Administration. So who would have thought? Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And like it's just crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Something totally
It is,
different.
yeah. It is. It's really crazy. But that's kind of our mine and Eric's story how we got started. So it's really all out there. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of work done. E. Let's see how your mic sounds.
How's
What
this?
you got?
I changed the audio. Is it better? Chat.
You gotta
let
ask
me know.
Chad
Is it
that.
better? Chat. How's my mic? Let this mic be okay. This is like my old mic, not my
Huh?
nice and fancy.
I don't have my hearing aids in
Matter of
here.
fact,
It's like it's so ratty.
like
the
I
way
should
all
have
looks.
got it.
Everything
It's in the
about-
boxes. I
YouTube
should've
doesn't
just
work very
dug it out.
well with OBS and Mac. It's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I'm still waiting for chat, but if it sounds good, then maybe I can just continue on. But yeah. What was your question?
No, I was just wondering how your audio is.
Oh, okay.
John's looking it
Yeah.
up.
I'm hoping this audio is good.
Sounds okay.
Serena says
said
it sounds okay. Nice. I'm back.
that.
I'm back in it.
Serena, I seen earlier. Did you change your name on here?
That's her real name. I had to it took me a second to kind of connect. I said, Serena Lee. That's her real name.
I see you on here. E getting
Yeah.
tatted up this winter.
We'll see.
So do you want to throw anything else on that, Eric, about the bennies and stuff like that, and how like me going to visit with John?
Oh, we talking about like the benefits? We talking about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, use the benefits. Use your benefits because the benefits are there for you.
You know
And if you don't utilize them, they go
Alright.
to waste, right? You did your service, you should utilize them. Right now, I'm at the end phase because I just received my job, so I'm just doing the out process of the Chapter 31, and I'll be
Bro, talk
fully,
about
quote
what
unquote,
actually that's really
graduated.
important, man. Like you should talk about what you do, what you're actually where did esports land you? What are the opportunities that we have? And if you don't mind, I mean, I know we always talk about OPSEC and stuff, but I'm saying like I think it's pretty cool the job that you got. So like people who came here for gaming, for esports knowledge, you landed a sick job, bro.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of stressful right now because I'm learning, right? But it's an awesome job. So just for everyone to kind of know, we got some new people here joining us today. Me and Justin, we went to school for esports management, and there's a longer version of that. But you know that's pretty much what it was, is a business degree with a management in esports. And we were able to travel to Thailand. You know, I was able to fly out to LA, do events, go to the COD event down in Raleigh, you know, the Cold Bowl, and do all these kind of cool things and meet a lot of professionals. And right after graduation, 2 months later, I was able to land a job at a gaming agency. So this agency actually they represent talent and creators, content creators in the esports and gaming industry, mostly gaming industry. And it's like from content creators that have 3,000, you know, concurrent, you know, viewers at a time. I'm talking people that have like 500,000, 1.22 million followers, subscribers. So it's really cool seeing that side of it and seeing the money that's generated. I mean, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just for one activation that these content creators get. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is where the money in esports is and gaming right now, like as of present. So that was all put me into like my dream industry and a dream job that I was able to start with through our benefits that we were able to get. You know, I was just doing maintenance and I was doing just regular car dealer, like car salesman type jobs before, you know, this. So, you know, I'm not knocking those jobs, but that wasn't really what my passion was. So yeah, you know, use the Uncle Sam, you know, stuff that we uh we we earned and was able to go to school, and now here we are, you know, living our dream. So
Bro.
there you go.
So, yeah, though we was looking it up too, because we were looking at for VRAP, for like veteran readiness and employment too, as well, the VRNE Chapter 31. But actually, there's actually veteran approved tattoo schools, like straight up. So like there's a lot of programs that you can get through education. But we got some jokes. I was laughing about that too. So why don't you shave
Yeah.
your hair off your shoulders and lift
Hey,
weights?
it gives me culture, you know what I'm saying? My
Huh?
personality.
You talk about you?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
that's what you do it.
Yeah, see, Cherry knows. I'm telling you, Cherry's the one that put me onto the scuba diving, that you could get scuba certified as an instructor. So
hmm
we're gonna jump into that again real quick. But basically, yeah, so you can go to school for a ton of things. And if your VA rep says, "Oh no, you know, like, you know, we don't allow that or whatever," right? That's what happened to me. So that's one of the ways I met Eric, and he was approved before I was. No, you're good, veteran. So what? What's good? You're totally good. We're totally off the cuff.
You
This is like a
good,
totally different
man.
show. This
This
is a
is
brand new show on YouTube, not on Twitch. Twitch has been completely different. We've had a lot of technical difficulty switching over to YouTube. OBS does not work well with Mac to YouTube, but it's fine. We got it up and running for this Wednesday, short notice. I traveled, I don't know, approximately 1,000 miles out to see my homie here. We served together 20 years ago, and we had been a while since we see each other. It was like walking back in the barracks room again. So we're just kind of chatting about that stuff. We're very off the cuff, straight up here, genuine. We don't care, man. You good? Said I am old. They say I can't go when I go to school. Nah, dude. I don't know, man. How old?
we
I'm
saw some
41 now.
40,
Oh,
50-year-olds up in
39, I'm about
school.
to be 40.
little baby over here.
About two and a half years, maybe.
Yeah. So either way, we became those vets. That's like back in the day. We used to look up to all the Vietnam vets. Like, oh my god, you know, I hope I can be like those guys someday. And
Dude, I remember some.
now
of
we're
the
like those
reunions.
guys.
They're going to the reunions with the Vietnam vets. Now that's
Yeah.
crazy. Man.
I'm really proud of you. You got that shirt, which is really cool.
I mean, yeah. Straight up from back in the day, that is one of the shirts that I actually got from 126 while we
I
were
want
in
to
the
see.
unit.
Yeah, look at this.
Blue Spaders for
Yeah,
life.
that's
How
us.
Colonel Grigsby put it. When they cut me open, they're gonna find a blue spider on my heart.
Who's here? So full veteran 40. See, I got you, bro. I got you by a year. I'm actually almost 42. I'm getting there. So hey guys, what can I go to school for? Well, I don't know, Chris. So you already are tatting at a nasty level. They pay for apprenticeships though and stuff like that though. Well, look it
Well,
up.
I mean,
Just Google it.
When the apprenticeships technically that they're paying for is these tattoos, some of the tattoo schools that's popped up in the Midwest and the
Yeah.
West, but yeah, traditional apprenticeship. Yeah, I don't know if the VA would swing it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not like traditional, but they do have approved schools,
They
which
do
is
trade
sick. You know what I
schools,
mean?
I
But the
believe,
point of what
right?
I was saying was like, don't go. So like, this is what happened to me. So I went to like my first VA rep and was like, or I got connected with the VA rep,
Right.
and I was like, yo, I want to go to this school. I went to SU, and it is $70K a year, just off campus. It's double that if you live on campus. It is insane. And so the VA was like, hell no, just at the price, right? But then off campus, there's actually a limit. It's like 34.5, 35, somewhere around there. It was close, but they actually will pay for quite a bit. Like,
They still pay a percentage of it though. Yeah.
well, I think they will even pay a percentage like an Ivy League school. But I'm saying that's pretty up there, right?
But they paid
But they were
everything
like,
for this one.
that
They
wasn't the big no.
stretched.
The no was like, they were like, esports, heck no, or not. But they didn't realize that like every university is offering degrees in this from a business perspective. Our director actually ended up going to Syracuse D1 school. It's public knowledge. Shout out to Doc G, one of our mentors. Another one of our directors went to WVU. WVU is also huge.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a huge growing industry, but like this transitions to everything. This transitions over to, like I said, even into tattooing. Like that's how insane that like,
That is pretty insane.
You know what I mean?
that they
The
actually will
change
help
in the
you do that.
VA.
Yeah.
because like when you and I got out, the VA, we're just gonna be real with you. Like the VA experience wasn't nice. I want to be politically correct on our first YouTube stream, but it wasn't the greatest. But that's kind of the point of like why we're doing what we're doing.
Yeah, I was very much encouraged to seek
Disencouraged.
doctors outside of the VA. But, in the end state, the VA is a lot better than it was. Way better than it was.
Yeah.
What was that? Almost, 13 years
Joe,
ago
I hated-
when I got out.
It took me 11 years to finally go put in a claim. And it was everybody else around me that was like, you need to go.
What's
so finally,
up,
I
Corey?
did go, and I was always like, oh no, it's for the, I'm not going to get into some of the reasons why I didn't want to go, but because I think it's like for a lot of people, some of them are pretty soft, but it's
Yeah.
like it's basically, I felt like there's other people out there that deserve more than me.
Survivor's guilt.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. So, yeah. So I was like fighting a lot of that shit just to be real. And it ended up changing my life, like for the better,
Same. Absolutely
yeah.
the same.
I don't care what your MOS, what branch you are, all the love. Thank you for your service again. But
Absolutely.
answer some of your questions in there just to catch up with chat too. So I'm gonna skip a couple real quick. But is that chapter 33? Vet? No, we use chapter 31, but you can do it for chapter 33. As a matter of fact, one of our partners, Michaela, Navy vet, she did it on chapter 33. So yeah, post 9/11, you can use it for it's probably easier actually because you can go to school for whatever you want if you're using chapter 30, chapter 3 for the most part, as long as the school's approved and whatever
Right.
else. But just because your VA rep says no, don't take that for an answer. Like straight up, I'm telling you, don't take it for an answer. Same thing that goes with your when you go in to put in your for your claim. The thing is just put everything down and just tell the truth. They have all your records, they have all your medical records, they know where you've been, they know what you did, like whatever, just be straight up. But that's passive income, you served your country, they say it. The VA, you served your country, let the VA serve you. We could play a freaking commercial for you real quick. But I'm gonna keep answering some of these questions in here real quick. And what up, Tanya? It's good to see you. Let's see a lot of you. Humboldt Beneficial Information Station.
That's the
awesome.
homie.
Navy
That's
vet
the
in the
homie.
house. Thank you so much for your service. Good to see Navy up in here, Marines up in here, Army, Air Force. We doing good. Apologize, it's a little late here, but
Serve your country.
yeah. So that's the QR code that we was playing. So basically, like what we're saying is the VA has changed. We are living here experiences. We're not getting paid by the VA. We're not making any profit on it. There's none of that. It's nothing about that. It's literally just helping with the experiences that we had to.
Supplemental income.
Yeah, like literally just. Well, no, I'm talking about like what we're doing on the show. Like this is literally we don't have any affiliation in that regard. We're just literally
not at
helping
all.
people get straight with what is literally yours.
No.
Like your benefits are your benefits, your family's benefits.
That's
Think
what I
about
was
that
thinking
stuff.
about.
Yeah. Let's see if we can answer some of these questions. Chris has said, hey, what can I go to school for? I know that we answered that before, but it kind of being funny. You can go to school for anything. Almost.
Anything, yeah.
I'm gonna put Eric back up here too. Eric, I hope you're still available.
I'm still here, man. Still here, just looking at the
Glad to
chat.
finally catch y'all's live stream. The VA shout out y'all in my email. That's dope as fuck. I love to you all. Oh yeah, hell yeah. No, I'm really glad to see you guys in here. That's cool. I know y'all are usually on Twitch. Yeah. We usually are, and the Twitch stream has obviously been. It looks way better than what we have today when it's our test stream today technically. But we go live no matter what. We have not missed a stream in literally 5 months, 6 months,
We had one stream
4 months, 5
that
months.
we didn't have when we were in Thailand, but we did the stream in Thailand. That was only 1 week because we were literally on a plane, so we couldn't do a
you hear what he
stream.
said? We literally did Thailand. We did a stream from Bangkok streets at like 6 in the
yeah.
morning.
Wow.
6 in the morning. It was early as hell. Early.
After having been out all night for business meetings with in
Business
esports
meeting.
contracts, doing esports contracts, like straight up.
No. It was
And it's
legit
Bangkok
business
out
meeting,
at
but
night. Like,
we
speak clear
was
about that.
out. We was out doing it, but it was a business meeting.
Take the
so,
stupid thing out. I don't
hey.
even need it.
Serena says you literally can use your education for any career you want to be in. I've helped my husband use benefits for a golf academy. Ooh, really? Golf and golf
That's
operation.
sick, dude.
That's awesome. Did you
Yeah.
guys train? Yep, I did. I did Thai boxing out there. I did a 1-2 hour session in Bangkok at a gym. It was insane. I never had a workout that hard in my life. It was insane. Actually, I have it on my
Actually,
YouTube.
yo, are you? I don't know if you was answering that, but two things, and I appreciate it. Says dope, Justin. You inspire me a lot. Y'all inspire me a lot. We appreciate that. That's what we're doing. What we're doing. That's literally why we do it. And I'm gonna be honest with you. All three of us here and many people in the chat have all experienced quite a bit of trauma, loss, a lot of shit, gone through a lot of shit. And usually we don't get into trigger stuff and we're talking about, but we're being real with you that we're very affected by that. So this opportunity came to me and Eric because we met with a guy, Bill Brandt, phenomenal guy, put on a show called Better Off Here. It was supposed to be a Netflix release this year, talking about PTSD and stuff. And basically we was talking in the crowd and just they asked us off the cuff after an esports tournament that included Army esports team, Marines esports team, Navy esports team, and Air Force. So all branches were there to compete. And basically they asked us like, hey, would you go up there and speak? And I was like, absolutely, I would love to. And we had a tough crowd, like Vietnam vets. Like it was wild. And they were like, they had that old school VA, bro. And of course their experience after war.
Yeah.
So it was like bananas. And they were like, I don't want the fucking VA, and it was horrible in my experience. And it's like, dude, I totally get it. Like, man, not in your way, but I get it in what I experienced. It's like not a great, but I'm telling you, like stuff's really changed, and so we handle that. And after that, we were approached by VA and said, hey, would you guys be interested in speaking about your experience and stuff like that? So that's how it came to be. So we very much appreciate that. But to you, Eric, veteran So What said, did you guys train any Thai boxing? And Eric actually did, so I'm going to chuck him up if he's back. You there? You got it, E?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Are
hear
we
you.
good?
You good.
Okay, cool.
Tell your Thai
Yeah,
boxing
yeah.
story.
Yeah. I was explaining it right before. Yeah, I did elite.
So What said
Bangkok.
he's an ex-MMA pro fighter, bro.
Hey,
I'll
that's
take a
what
word
he
on it.
says.
That sounds cool.
We'll take your word on it. Yeah, that's cool. But yeah, I got to train with some actual pro Muay Thai fighters. It was a 2-hour session, open. So it was like about 5 or 6 people in there. It was real cool, and it was a hell of a cardio. I'm talking. We sparred a little bit. It was nice. It was real nice. So if you guys ever out in Thailand or Bangkok, you guys got to do a session. It could be women or men. It doesn't matter. It's open for everybody. It's just a good workout. So I'm definitely going to be doing that regularly. And I'm actually looking up a gym where I live here now, so I can start, getting training while I'm out here.
Yeah, that's sick, dude. And Humboldt said, glad the opportunity opened up for y'all. What y'all are doing is really huge to a lot of us vet. Y'all will have a lot of good karma coming your way, big time.
Appreciate that.
We believe in that. We appreciate that, and we talk a lot about that and our own experience. And I talk pretty openly, especially in the beginning. I talked a lot about my experience and stuff I went through. We have a lot of different people that come on here. But like in the chat and that we've connected with, that we collabed with, met with, and John being one of those people, even though he's a personal friend, like straight up, like he's living part of what we try to teach, and says, you know what I mean, like following. You could go ahead and talk on it, man.
That's all it is. It's what it call part of the Brick by Brick, the channel, the name of the channel, is it's just basically one step at a time. You know, you got to do something every day. Do something, even if it's just getting up and making your bed. Get it done. Do something. Build.
I think it's like why one of the reasons like I gravitate to you so much as a friend, because like obviously we serve a lot of people, and we have a lot of respect and a lot of friends with the people we serve, right? We have a very large network, and sometimes we don't connect a lot, right? But like our group is really tight.
I mean, everybody still watches everybody. We don't always talk, but we still watch each other.
But speaking of humbleness, right? And thanks, Vet. We appreciate that. We're proud of you guys, like being here, hanging out the stream, like straight up. Like, not everybody's talking about this, right? We talk about, I was talking about, like, basically with an asset and somebody that we network with about, shouting out to Goggins. Like, Goggins is a lot, and he's a good story, but he's like this, like, extreme story of where to be at when you're at the tip top, and when you finally get there pushing, how to push hard with that military mentality. We'd love to have him on.
Right.
But we didn't have like a space for like, well, what do you do if you're like homeless or you're in jail or like you have substance abuse issue, like real shit that veterans deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So one of the things that really makes me gravitate towards you is that you're this super strong-minded vet that just like straight grinding the process on your own. And like, I really had to look up to that a lot because you're a hardcore dude, man. Like, I'm just putting it out there. But speaking of humbleness, you're one of the most humble people I have ever met in my life. And I'm just being honest. You have a hard time admitting some of that stuff.
Thank you, man.
But it's actually a great quality of yours. But you don't give into crutches. You don't give into excuses. You don't give into a lot of nonsense. And so you mentor me in a lot of ways in that aspect to push me forward. And so, like, when you call me down here, it was like, no brainer. Like, of course I'm here. You should surround yourself with people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, John is I attest that this is a reliable, extremely tough individual that's been through some shit that gets it. Like, he gets it. You know what I mean? My thing was I gave into some weaknesses. I had vices. I gave into problems. Like, I tried to.
Too, though. Don't get it wrong.
Yeah.
It took me to figure it out was like, you gotta, maybe it's just finding somebody from your old unit if that's what it takes, or even if it's outside of the military, if you got a friend that you can find in that'll help build you. Now, when I say a friend that will confide in you and help build you, I don't mean somebody that's an enabler.
Here, speak up. You're talking real stuff here, bro.
What I mean, I don't mean a person
that's a great
enables
point.
you is someone that's, they're there with you when you're partying and stuff, and they're cool, all great, but however, are they taking care of you while you're partying, or are they just facilitating you destroying yourself?
Like, why do you guys chill? Why you get together?
Yeah, if somebody's facilitating you destroying yourself, that's not a friend. And that's basically part of it too. You need to learn to love and live with who you are after you get out of the military, especially a lot of us straight up warfighters to combat vets. And I'm not saying anything towards the other MOSs. Please don't anybody come at me. I don't mean it like that. I mean the guys that were literally in that saw that stuff. It's hard for us to deal with who we are after we get out. And if you don't
that transition,
have somebody,
dude.
You don't have somebody,
we talk a lot
that
about
helps
that.
with and then just a friend, it doesn't really matter. It's just somebody that can help you and understand.
That's gonna tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
Exactly.
This dude had literally never. hold on. Hey, thank you so much for coming on the fucking show, bro. Because, bro, this is like this took a lot to get. It really didn't take much. I had to ask him, but like it was like, hey, do you want to come on? Like it was like a moment thing. But he didn't have to. Like he didn't like. But real talk, like. You've never bullshitted me, and you tell if you don't like something I say, he tells me like straight up, and that's why I love him more than 99.99% of anybody I've met in my life, like straight family.
Can't help it, bro. I'm not Willy Wonka. I don't sugarcoat anything.
Sorry if I'm bleeding out the mic, screaming here, but yeah, let's catch back up with chat real quick. So we're all human, absolutely. And we'd say exactly what you say. You fail, then we get back up. Right. So failure gives you two freaking options, right? Stay down or get back up, dust yourself off, and freaking drive on with the lesson. Roger, freaking knife hand, falling told, get
Knife
your fucking
hand.
shit together. And that's what we were talking about. Is from the bottom up, brick by brick. Like Goggins does this thing. Love him. Like I said, shout out to you. If you see the freaking show, Goggins, get your ass here. We all want to chat with you, ask you some questions. But you know what? Who's a dude who's like, telling you, man or woman, whatever, saying, hey, just literally take one step at a time. You are, in a situation, an F situation, that literally you are in a bad position. You are in the battle of the bulge. You got to get yourself out in regular life. Where do you go? Well, the first step is admitting your situation, and understanding it and attacking it, improvising, adapting, and overcome at the smallest stage. If that's brushing your teeth and literally taking a shower, making your bed, like John, small, that's things I had to do, being real with y'all. So,
And then the second step is definitely wanting to change.
facts. Yeah. You need to I think it's really good to compartmentalize really small changes as big changes.
Yes,
Growth,
absolutely.
big changes are
Yeah.
created by really wanting small changes to matter.
Recognizing your small
Yeah.
wins.
Yeah, dude, straight up. You're one of the best people at articulating stuff after so many TVIs and shit, bro. It's like, it's
Been
like,
blown up a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Read a lot of dictionaries.
but so let's take a thing. Fuck you, 1982. The body and mind will do what it needs to protect itself. What y'all been through deserves all that grace and patience to deal with the aftermath. Total
Good to
facts.
see you
And you know
here,
what?
too.
I got to give it up to our dependents though, too.
Yeah,
Something that doesn't get
absolutely.
mentioned enough, y'all.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna chuck us back up here, so we're all up. But hey, to your vets out there that have the dependents that are there, and those of you that don't have dependents or have struggles with that, I feel for you. I feel for you very much. And not everybody's situation is the same, but for those of you that do have individuals around you that do love and care about you, that you struggle, go through that struggle, they're probably going through it with you. Understand that when you're trying to look at your own stuff, I'm not asking you if you're in the worst spot to carry. You got to get the point. What I'm trying to make is you got to get yourself straight to be the best version of yourself that you could offer to the other people. Because if they're going through that struggle with you, you got to be understanding of that as well. And that's kind of what motivated me a lot to change, is because I realized everybody else is telling me I must be wrong. It's not like everybody else is wrong. I must be wrong. I must be ate up. So, you know what I mean? So just kind of empathize with that a little bit too. Be really grateful if you do have them, and try to make those relationships stick, because those people are there for you. You might have been through some shit, but they secondary deal with that kind of stuff. And that's why all these benefits and the stuff we're talking about, go get them. Literally, your family deserves it. Some states, we were talking about it, some states down here in Florida,
Yeah.
I think we were figuring it out, down up in Mass, down there in Arizona or whatever. There's some places that have 10% no property taxes.
Right.
Yeah.
Straight up. If you're 10% disabled in Mass, you don't pay property taxes on your house. The house you own. You can't be Scrooge McDuck with 4 multiplexes and three like a man.
They're not gonna handle 10% of 15 million.
You're driving a Bentley, bro, and you're getting property. You get I got the new Ferrari. It's no. Well, if the Ferrari is your personal vehicle, then yeah, you probably do get up to a certain percentage in the last. You got to check your county, check your state, but there's so many benefits that you might not realize. Texas has 0 property taxes for 100%. So that's that's
Nice.
yeah, it is, and Virginia's
Nice.
like that too, 100%.
Down here in Florida, it's 5,000 towards
figured
your
it out,
property
yeah.
taxes. Yeah.
It's $5,000. This is a lot in property taxes.
Yeah.
But they have a cutoff. Some states are just nah, your property, you served your country. We respect that. Maybe you move to that state.
Maybe you move to that state. Yeah.
Oh, you're a billionaire. Don't worry about your taxes. You served your country. I know, and I'm with that though. Whatever. Go ahead.
Humble
Spit it out.
said, Humble said, being in the military kind of ruined a lot of my family relationships. I can relate to that, Humble. But honestly, I can. I really don't even speak to any of my family members anymore. My family these days are the people I serve with, are the people.
It takes a certain kind of person to love.
It really does. The saying's true, man. People mess it up all the time. It's not blood is thicker than water. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. The friends that you make and the people you put around you, the friendships you build will always be closer than your own family. Don't feel bad, man. It happens.
Well, some of us out there got decent family members sometimes we love to, but
Some
you know
do.
what?
Some do.
I always say you can't pick the family that you come from, but you can choose the family that you in your life. Like, you know what I mean? You can
Yeah.
choose who you
Blood
meet
of
to
the
become.
covenant,
Right. That's
thicker than
the
the water
point
of
of
the
what you're saying. Well, you were saying, so dependents don't understand the struggle itself, but we can still help if they know there is a struggle at all. It doesn't take details, just a simple "I need help." But the concept of talking, and especially talking about feelings, struggles, or failures, is still so frowned upon that many rather don't say anything than be looked at as weak. And speaking of experience in that too, that I'm not going to chuck out in the chat, but shout out to my loved ones, my wife, my kids have put up with me for years, could say the same thing, that I can't tell you how many times I go like this even was like something the other day. I broke a finger. I broke a pinky. It's still broken a few weeks ago.
Still broken.
Yeah, it's still broken. I was like, it's just still kind of healing now. But they were like, oh, go to. I didn't even say anything for like a week or whatever. And then I was like, oh, damn, they're definitely broken. And it was like, I could feel that it was. And then I was like, we go to the hospital. Like, it's just not compound. I can still bend it. It doesn't need to. You're not gonna just tape them together. They're not gonna do nothing. It's just gonna charge me like extra money. And I don't feel like driving all the way 45 minutes out to the VA. But sometimes we're stubborn like that, so we hide our symptoms, and the same thing happens with depression, with anxiety, PTSD, and you can't expect that anybody's going to understand that. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't really like, and sometimes we don't even realize that it's going on. Like it's the stupidest things that might happen on a highway that sets us off, and then we like for a millisecond, we're like flashback, snapback, and it's in our head, and then we're yelling at our, significant others, whatever, like over some nonsense, a window being open, and we don't realize our BP's gone up, and we're out of sorts for the next 3 to 6 hours. We don't sleep right. It changes. But we can't expect somebody else to understand what they can't see. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can see it. The point is, you can see if the finger had been broken completely compound or something, you could see that injury, but when it happened, I was like, oh, well, and just kept working. I was like hammering something, like whatever. But you can't expect somebody to feel bad for you if you don't say nothing about it. Like, I think somebody bumped into my hand. I was like, I broke my finger.
Some people don't want you to feel bad for them over it, so they try to hide it. But that's the thing. You have to understand your own symptoms too. You have to understand what's wrong with you enough to know.
I don't think a lot of us do, though.
Happening sometimes. Sometimes it does take a friend or a spouse or a significant
Was it easy for you?
No, not for a long time.
That's what I'm saying.
Honestly, it was leaning on other people around me and people I got to where I recognized my own emotions in other people with the way they reacted towards me. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah.
Because...
Oh, no, I was stubborn, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, no, it ain't me, it's you guys.
Right. Well, especially with my anger, man, because for a long time with the TBI, that's one of the symptoms of it. It's hard to get over being angry when you're angry.
Yeah.
And recognizing that one was the hardest one, but yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy too because same thing, right? It's like you could see, right? You don't understand that how upsetting that can be to somebody else. We could try to empathize. We're going through it, right? But then for me, it's like you go through this emotional roller coaster, up, down, up, down. You could be happy and then experience a situation that sets you off where you're might be on guard, or then you might be emotionally so crazy in one situation you're literally could be brought to tears.
Right.
Could be such an up and down roller coaster that's really, really extreme. But that's part of the TBI factor.
It really is.
Yeah, our brains aren't meant to take head damage after a certain age, and are not malleable after a certain point. So, you got to understand that.
Yeah.
And all branches, again, like John was saying, is he's saying it wasn't nothing about, don't feel about, I didn't serve in combat, or I didn't look, dude. Hey, you get hearing damage from being on a ship that fires fucking guns. Dude, I don't want to hear it. Go get checked out. You got ringing, tinnitus, whatever. That's all service connected crap. Like that's all stuff they pay you for. So
I'm good. Still convinced a good part of the reason why my hearing in my right ear ain't right is because of driving Bradleys and an engine sitting this close to my
that's what
ear.
I'm saying. Like, and how many vehicles you slam into something or whatever. Like, it's like, dude, if it happened during your service, then you're entitled to it. Go get it. Is that right, E? Or is that right? We've talked too much. We got a lot of people in here. Too.
1,000%.
I see Michaela.
We have with Michaela enter the chat. Danny's in the chat. Oh yeah, we roll.
What's up? We have 4 partners in here, people that we co-stream with that are gaming veterans.
Nice.
Can you shout them out, E?
Yep. We got Serena, the GOAT mod. We got to figure out how to make her a mod here. Zypher. We got Danny, Michaela, the couples, the married couples. That's our peeps right there. That's our crew. So yeah, right now we're learning how to do tagging people in chat. Serena says type the single, which I did that. I didn't see that part come up. Maybe because I'm on mobile.
Yeah, so Serena's trying to be funny. She's raw. No, we can though. We can we just hadn't done it. We was busy trying to get the audio to work on a laptop while 1,000 miles away from my rig. Listen, he's gonna, this stubbornness is real. Like, fucking, he's laughing. You can explain. I'm just walking. Go ahead, explain.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I have a top of the line PC gaming rig sitting over here,
Shut up.
hooked up to a nice OLED TV, and this could be all happening over there. But
No, he really does.
Alright,
He has
you
like
wanted
a
to do on a
PC that's
MacBook.
like twice as nice. Oh, speaking of though, one thing though, you know what though? You paid for your PC. VA paid for mine.
That's right.
And not through this. It was through Chapter 31 when I was at school. So shout out to them for that. I got a sick rig, right, E? It's like $4,200.
It took me a whole year to get mine though, so
That's what I'm trying to say, though.
Literally.
Eric didn't listen to me, so now I'm going to pass the stubbornness ball over to Eric. So I told Eric the whole time we were in school, and he was the first person I met next to Dawson, who's not a vet, but shout out to Dawson, love that guy. I met Eric. We went to lunch together. We went to lunch. We had a lunch date.
Yeah, we had a lunch date, first day.
It was like, hey, show me your network. I'll show you your net worth. We were very like-minded people. So it was really cool because he's like, I'm going to school for esports. I was in the Air Force. I was like, fuck you. My guy's saying I can't go. But then I got the approval, and it turned out that my counselor was phenomenal. And you're having
Amazing.
trouble. And we're
I
not
should've
name
changed.
dropping, but I was like, yo, Eric, switch counselors. And you were like, no, I'm going to thug it out for 2 years. And I was like, why?
I didn't know we could switch like that, honestly. Like, I thought I was stuck.
Huh?
But I could have switched. I thought I was like stuck, actually. Like, I thought I
Yeah.
had like my person forever. And I was like, oh, maybe I can. It's going to be a hassle. But you know what? If I would just like done whatever had to be done, I wouldn't have this problem I have now. So, you live and you learn.
Yeah, you live and you learn.
Even
But
the
that's the whole
laptop,
point of
yeah.
like, hey, if you don't get the right answer, like with your doctor, if you don't get the right answer with the VA for your benefits, like just literally, you don't have to be disrespectful about it. Just
Literally.
ask to change. You just go up to the front desk and ask around, speak to the director. Like literally, you can change around. It's not like a huge deal. Just get what you need. What's important is get yourself straight. And we had a lot of stuff in chat. Difference is Logon isn't your PC, Sketch. That's true, but I actually had my USB assets to actually transition
You
over
had it already.
I had everything, Eric, for the PC.
It's all
Y'all
good.
don't know his log. So you're just making jokes. Oh, hydrate, new PC incoming. What? Sefy, wait a minute. You got a new PC incoming? And yeah, answer that question. But I'm going back to, do y'all like Twitch or YouTube better? I'm going to tell you,
That's a good
of
question.
course, it's week 1. It's day 1. Ground zero today, right, Eric?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
So
is like
yeah,
bare
we can't.
bones.
We can officially tell you absolutely YouTube all day. It may not look like what you're going to be expecting to see in the next week or two. Like it's going to be completely different than what you're getting today because we're test running it while on leave from not a PC, completely rigged up. to visit with the fellow homies we served with and making it happen. But I can tell you, that's the way. And we talked about this we talked about it on Twitch while we were a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But Eric actually works in this field. Sue, that's another aspect to it. So I'm gonna let Eric kind of describe his points on it, and then I'll give you a little gist on it to answer that question correctly, or thoroughly, I would say.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways we can go about just talking why YouTube is a better platform than Twitch. But I think the biggest thing is that everybody and their mama has Twitch, right? Am I lagging, y'all? Am I good? But everyone has Twitch. Not Twitch, sorry. Everyone has YouTube. So if you have like an old smart TV, if you have a laptop, if you have any type of smart device, you have a YouTube. And we just wanted to reach the biggest, most wide audience that we can. And on top of that, we can bring better content to everybody, because we're not just going to do live streams. We're going to do long form videos. We're going to do short form videos like shorts. We're going to do like everything under the sun that we can literally put on YouTube, we will literally do for y'all. So that's why it's a long-term vision that we have to reach as many people and do as much more things. So YouTube is that space for us. Go ahead, Justin.
Yo, what'd you say?
Not that you good. I gave him the gist.
Yeah.
That,
No.
oh,
We were just
Humble
we
got
were
a
actually
thing
chatting
that
about it.
y'all
And
promote
thank
the
you for everybody
movement.
who's in chat that came in day one, like straight up. Since we were literally
Yeah, thanks
again
all
brick
love.
by brick from foundation, starting the YouTube channel. But yeah, YouTube's an S tier platform. We obviously made the switch. Twitch is hold on, I'm getting a little lag here. Let's see if we get a little better. There we go. Okay. You catching me, E, or am I lagging?
Yeah, you were lagging a little
I'm
bit,
still
but you're
lagging.
good now.
Either way. Anyways, well, we'll be hardwired with the PC, be straight. But basically, I know. He has the whole PC set up. So I'm still like, I don't want to pull this over here. Hopefully that still works. All right. So let me get a little closer here. So here's the deal. We actually switched over to YouTube to help with the outreach, like the reach that we were trying to get. We wanted it to be obviously a little bit, more accessible, or accessibility. We wanted accessibility to be possible to as many veterans as possible. And we having all kinds. You seeing all kinds of lag here day one. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So we wanted to reach as many veterans as possible. So YouTube is the obvious choice. Twitch is like really trying to do like a crazy revenue split with people on. We don't care about that. We weren't looking for revenue or any of that stuff. So a lot of people were switching to Kick as streamers, and for us it was just like a no-brainer. Basically, we were like, like Kick's ran by like a gambling casino, and so we don't really care for the short term. We wanted to go long term, basically all the way. So, like Eric said, YouTube's available on many different devices, platform, pretty much everything. So we're gonna cut this pretty soon though, because it looks like we're lagging pretty hard.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
Hopefully I can pass it to you. You look good, E. You can take it.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, yeah, I'll take it for a second. I'm just reading the chat. Hey, Humble. Hey, Corey, man, we appreciate it, man. We appreciate it. Look, we're just trying to keep it real, because a lot of times for the past how many years, the VA was kind of like a walled garden, or like a brick wall. Like you couldn't get into it, right? You couldn't get any information. You couldn't talk to anyone, anything like that. And they're trying to change. It's not perfect, because even I have issues at my stage to get things done, to even get compensation for some of my benefits sometimes. But it is what it is. But we're just happy that they're giving more outreach and more of an open, like, back and forth.
Did
But
you
yeah, this
answer?
is like
Did you
ground
answer
zero,
Humble?
you know what I'm saying? So this is the worst that we're probably ever gonna be, in the sense of like our presentation. And shout out to Justin for like doing this on the fly, because it's awesome for like doing everything on the fly. He's amazing. Jamie's. Yeah, we got some new comments, some new chats. Hey, Richard Benedict, what's up? Cypher's in the chat. Yeah. Hmm. Humble said they can't hear you. Is your audio straight?
Muted.
I mean,
You've
I
been
was
talking
muted.
this whole
Shut up,
time,
bro.
muted,
Oh,
bro.
oh my God.
Just,
So,
just
did y'all ask
do
the
a
VA to
short
promote the
recap.
movement,
Just-
or
just-
are they just sending vets emails out of courtesy? I see them promote y'all through my email and on the VA website all the time. That's pretty cool news. I'm super sorry about being muted. That's actually hilarious, but a factor of what we're going through right now. So here's the thing. No, going back to what we were saying, that's actually, we didn't ask for this. It came upon us, but it was actually really part of our story, because we were a couple of the first veterans to go through the esports program through Chapter 31. So I had said I wasn't approved. I literally had to tell a guy like, hey, there's another Air Force dude that's there right now who's going to school for esports. And it was this guy right here. Like literally who would become best friends with me. Like, love this fucking guy to death. But facts, right? Like we were like fell in
Facts.
love day one too. Like we met
Day
to went
one,
to dinner
man.
or lunch. But no. I joke around
it was
about it. But I'm
great.
saying we clicked right away. But I was actually, before I even knew you, was talking about you, and then like happened to by chance, destiny put us together. Met each other on campus, big campus too, and went to lunch on that day. So at an orientation we really didn't have to be at, if I'm being honest. Sorry, SU.
Yeah, we really
But we
didn't.
just happened to be there because we're really into it. So no, it was thrust upon us after, like I said in the beginning. You missed it probably if you're asking a question, but we was at an event speaking for a film that was done for veterans that was called Better Off Here. So you can understand from the title probably what that's about. So yeah, appreciate that, Humbled. Audio's back.
We got it. We
Yes.
got another comment. Jamie
Muted
Vargas said that
preaching.
he
I
said,
love
I
you,
got
Cypher."
approved for my VRE, just waiting for the PO to get my classes at National. There's a lot of confusion about getting a PC. Is it not possible to do so? Is it possible to get a laptop, or is it not possible to get I guess a computer? Yeah. Look, I'm actually streaming off my laptop PC that I got from VA with my Chapter 31 benefits. So it is very possible. And the homie Justin got his rig, his PC, with his counselor that got it to him in what, 2 weeks? So
Yeah, let's talk
I
about
mean-
how this happened, okay? Because Snyder here. So for y'all that don't know, my homie here does tattoo work. He's living out the passion, doing a lot of things that we're talking about in his passion in artwork and tattooing. Extends further on into a group of friends that we served with, and just for security purposes for OPSEC, I literally can't. I can't say this person's name, but without their permission and what they do. But another individual that I went through that actually took it to a different level, ended up working in a phenomenal position. That I'm trying to think of how to explain this without getting into too crazy details that they're his own information. But basically, so he went to school and was able to get basically like almost $30,000 worth of resources. Like something crazy, like a crazy number to answer your question, right? So a very close friend of ours, let's put it this way, he was one of the three amigos, so.
No,
So I'll put it that way, just leave it at that, then you know what I'm talking about.
know.
So, but that comes to me, right? So that comes to me and I'm like, okay. So then when I actually had to go through the same program, I had the idea because I actually
we
lost.
can't hear you, Justin.
It must be lagging. It is. It's not muted.
No, it's not muted.
There.
Okay,
Let's see if
okay,
does that
just
work better?
Okay, yeah. We'll
I
be
don't know.
wrapping
It's
up
not
soon anyway,
muted.
so
It should be pretty
yeah.
loud. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Uh, yeah, I can hear you. Okay, okay. Now somebody says this, but
No,
I
we're
can,
not
okay.
It's
Jamie
muted.
said
okay.
you hear
Just
me.
keep talking. Just keep
The
talking.
point is, my buddy went through. Our buddy went through. He was able to get about 30,000 in resources that he needed because it was equivalent to his program. Uh, Definitely keep telling me if you can hear me. But yeah, Zeif, appreciate that because you said you could have told you that. But how it was funny, we went to school. I said, hey, Eric, I had a flood and insurance didn't cover it. There was a lot of issues, and my whole entire rig was downstairs in that flood. And so I lost a lot of equipment, and VA covered that. And I told them, like, if it's with your program, it has to do with you uh, producing material. Like ours was esports and doing production and stuff like that. So I ended up actually getting my rig for free that way. It was like a $4,500 rig in total. And the way he did it, just so you know, I'll explain it. But Eric got his because his counselor, if I'm not mistaken, said, no, you can't do that. And Eric's like, no, 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 we can. And then we got it connected and made it happen. But we had to go to the director, get it so you get it approved through director of your program. Now, obviously, this is something you use all the time. It's very needed. I was coaching, producing, literally had to use all types of different equipment for doing production and things like that. A lot of the things that we were doing in school, it became a huge piece of productivity. So that's what the one keyword that I want you to take away if you're using your benefits in Chapter 31 is if you see productivity with the necessity that you're trying to get yourself provided. Remember, you have to figure out, okay, why do I need this? And then you need to articulate that to the VA, and you need your director to be on board. That's basically the process of how that needs to happen. So the school says, like, yes, this is something they use, it's regular, whatever. And then you basically articulate that need and why it's needed or whatever. And it's a pretty streamlined process, if I'm not mistaken. Well, even after once you got it, it was pretty easy for you, right?
Yeah, once I received it, I came with a backpack. I had like a printer that came with mine, a laptop, ink, mouse.
Yeah.
Like there was a bunch of peripherals that came with my laptop, my Alienware laptop that was worth about $3,000, which I
And
could have even got a better
we
one
argued
than
whether you
that.
should get a PC or a laptop, right? Laptop made more sense.
For me at the time, laptop made more sense just because I was going back and forth. So that's why I got that. But probably looking back now, I probably would have got a different computer, but it's all good. I'm still using this. I'm actually using this for work now since I gave back my Mac. So, it's all good. And like Justin said, you fill out these paperworks and then you fill out like how much it costs, the model, and then you send it to your counselor, and then they'll go ahead and process it, and then you'll go ahead and get your item hopefully in a few weeks. So it's a really streamlined. If you have a good counselor, they'll definitely hook you up. So yeah, just use your benefits.
Yeah, and I can attest to one actual other story too. So a guy went back for auto body mechanics. He was doing auto body. He ended up getting like I don't want to like throw anybody under the bus, but like he got like just to say Snap-on tools aren't cheap. So all tools paid for school, and then got to keep them. So unpack that when you feel bad about getting your $3,000-$4,000 PC. Okay.
Exactly.
It's
yours.
there for you. If
Yeah.
it benefits you to your life and productivity to what you're doing, and it is a necessary function to what you're doing at school and makes sense in your program, go get it. They're not going to buy you a brand new Corvette. It's not going to happen. But there is a lot of things that actually, I think I don't want to quote on this. So if you might be able to help out in this department too. But there is some aspects, if you don't have wheels to school and stuff, they help you out with some weird stuff, like some crazy stuff that's outside of even your
Yeah, they
program.
do.
Yeah. So I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying they won't even provide wheels, but what if I need to get to school on time? I need that
You need that.
4,000 for that socket set. Now you're speaking facts. Like I was beating around the bush. I try to say we're pretty damn genuine, but I'm not trying to, But it's there to get you ahead, and you shouldn't be expected to fall behind in school. I mean, if we were going to a very prestigious school, And the kids there, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but some of them have to fight their way. But a lot of those kids had either whether, I don't know if it was, they were being funded, or I don't know their situations. I can just tell you that whether they're taking school loans, and we very much recommend against that. If you're a veteran, you have free assets to you, education benefits. But they had very, like access to everything. If you are a veteran who is in a struggle, why should you not have notebooks and pens, simple things, your books, your computer? You need a computer to do work. You can't, how are you going to get A's, right? How are you going to be an example to your kids? You really want to do this passionate thing. You want to change your life. I mean, that's why you're going to school, right? If you're, and I'm going to say it this way, and I'm not here to provide you any advice or education in this aspect. I will eat that gun to say bite that bullet to say, yeah, I will say, give you some advice on specific things of being a veteran. But this one, when you're going to school, you got to figure out why you want to go to school. I'm not going to tell you what that is. But look, whether you're going to school because you're like, you know what, I'm going to go to college, I have the benefits, or you're providing that too. We were talking about dependents, because you could do that too. But whether you're providing it because you're like, oh, I can't figure out what I want to do, go to school for things that just like make sense to your life. Like, you want to learn about finances and money, then go to financial courses. Like, you go to a liberal arts degree and pick pretty much anything. So it doesn't have to be, it should be better yourself. And then what? Then you got an associate's degree, or you got a bachelor's degree. And it could be that. I'm not saying go to school for nonsense stuff that doesn't make sense. It's not going to get you a job. But just having a bachelor's degree, yeah, like philosophy, we were joking with that earlier. But look, or you find your passion that you want to do. Like we were talking about, you could do scuba, you could do tattoo shops, you could do esports. You could do VR, AR, VR tech. There's tons of crap out there.
Oh yeah.
There's even schools that do cryptography or blockchain tech.
There's a lot of tech schools out there too,
Yeah.
and a lot of people seem to forget that people that do manual labor jobs do make a hell of a lot of money depending on that job.
With their Snap-on tools that cost $4,000, right, Jamie?
Exactly.
Oh, also the VRE program doesn't expire anymore. At first, it was like 7 years after receiving 100%. Now it's no expiration. That's phenomenal. And actually, another fact, I believe you only need 30%, which is, I think, a pretty important factor too.
For Chapter 31, I think it's actually like 10 as long as the service is connected.
There you go.
Yeah, it's like 10% service connected. You're good to go.
So I think that's going to about wrap it up. Real quick before we go, does anybody have any other questions for Eric and I?
First
Cherry,
YouTube stream.
appreciate you. Thank you for the audio. But yeah, does anybody else have any other questions? We're going to come back next week. I have a little bit more of, obviously, a fine-tailored YouTube stream that'll be a little bit more conducive to what you're used to moving forward. So for those of you that are just coming in, this isn't our normal platform. This is test day. This is day one. YouTube is definitely the way to go. And if you are a streamer or you have ambitions to be a streamer, we will say that moving forward, I think it's smart to stay with an S-tier platform. Great affiliation program, phenomenal. Everybody has access to it. Really good organic growth. There's a lot of factors to that can benefit you in the long term. You can produce shorts, the usability, the scalability, all the aspects to it. I think it makes most sense. You could try to go the kick route, but I make 95% of my revenue. That's phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. But in the end, I think it's going to be deadbeat, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's probably a good question for you, E, before we go. And obviously, oh, Mia, what's good? Hey, good to see you in here. Appreciate that. I wanted to see you're in the industry. So what? Am I wrong on that to say that or what?
I am actually in the industry now. That is true. No, this is it's true. Actually, our CEO of the company that I work for, this guy, he's built this company, the A Talent agency that I work for, from ground zero in 4 years to one of the top talent agencies in the whole industry. And he says the same thing. He says within the next few weeks, not weeks, few years, YouTube will be that top platform. And that's where all the content creators are starting to transition to. So on my side of activations, Twitch is still big, but definitely you can see that even the brands are looking at YouTube a lot more now, and that is where we're going. Hey, David in the chat, what's up, David? We're gonna have bring David back on pretty soon, or in the coming up, because he had amazing information with the VA loans and all VA information to get housing. So this is gonna be amazing. Definitely subscribe to VA Housing Education. This is it. Go ahead, Justin.
No, I literally I had myself muted so I wasn't reverbing. But no, huge shout out to VA Housing Education, David Piatek. If you want to go back, we're gonna upload the VOD onto here on the YouTube this week. But you can go back onto our Twitch, same thing, Brick by Brick Vets. You can look at that material, but please do me a favor. Please do me a favor. If you are watching this and you have questions on VA housing, not just getting your home, but like how you can utilize it for to create cash flowing streams, to get a multiplex. Some of the things we talk about are very interested in. How you can get yourself situated if you think you can't get a loan, or how to go to. That's your dude. Go to VA Housing Education. Click on that name inside the chat. That's David Piatek. That dude is the man when it comes to information on VA housing. Phenomenal guest, one of the best shows I've ever had. I'm not blowing smoke. We don't do that crap here. David's phenomenal. Like, I don't owe him anything. You don't owe me nothing. He'll tell you that. He'll probably tell you right in the chat. But love that guy. Love having a phenomenal person. Yeah. And love David. Does unbelievable stuff for vets. Army Cat, too. Awesome. I'm going to shout you out there a little bit. 9 to 5 till 35. Funny.
You like that new slogan?
Yeah,
65, 35.
No more 9 to 5.
Oh, see what you think. Did you got anything you want to add, Justin?
I wanted to see if Snyder's got anything to add.
All right.
No, I don't have anything at all.
You're full of shit.
Most days.
That's not true. He is the most tell it like it is dude I've met. Oh, I wanted to shout out this. I thought this was pretty funny. I don't know if you could see it on the screen here. You could put the camera to that.
He's trying to put his booty up in the camera. That's what's going on.
See it?
Yeah.
It's premium content.
Pretty funny little, Savage Tacticians. They make some pretty good stuff, but there was another shirt I had. We had Slow as Smooth and Smooth as Fast when David was on. This one was pretty funny. It was we'll just say it was a UCMJ story with the MPs. It's good. So good background story to that. I saw a great bumper sticker. UCMJ builds character. It's like, and it showed, so this guy's bumper sticker on this guy, he had like a Chevy C10 or something like that. Some big country stuff going on, right? So I'm following this guy, and I'm like, that's a great bumper sticker. It says UCMJ builds character. And then it shows his rank, what ranks he achieved in the Army. And it goes E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, E6, E5, E4, E5, E4, E1, E5, E6. And I guess that's how I retired out. And I was dying laughing like, this dude's an animal. This guy's definitely got to be an 11 Bang Bang. Like, I was for sure.
Must be.
So, pretty damn good. I got to figure out who makes that bumper sticker. And fuck you, 1982. Shout out to you. It said, I definitely got to go. And I got to actually process what you just said, too. Give me a second. But she had said, hey, you get with the Fat Electrician. Check that cat out on YouTube if you want some entertaining, amazing stuff from a 63 Whiskey Combat vet. Who's the guy you were talking about?
Which one?
He's pretty interesting. It's not, I can't remember, not Sound Advice. That's the way I remember it. No, I don't remember. I don't know who it was. But I'm going to say what fuck you said and maybe see if you remember it. And if you struggle being in a public setting, you do not have to take it all in-person classes. Online classes count too, right? That's a phenomenal question. Actually, you can do some online courses. I don't know if you can do them all. They do provide. Definitely.
I think it depends on the program. It depends on the program. I know we had a person in our program that was all online. You remember Warren? He was all online.
No, but Chap 31, he's not a vet. We're talking about can you do your online course to VA? There are normal circuits that they want you on campus, but no. You have to understand, there's disabled veterans out there that can't. Might need handicap.
I was all online at my community college with Chapter 31. I was
Huh?
straight online. Before I came to SU, I was still on chapter 31, and I was all online classes. As long as you have your credits and you're going through a actual accredited college, you should be fine.
Oh, there you go. That answers the question. That's phenomenal. But on
I
that
lived
note, I'm not seeing any more questions. I think we're good for the night. We promise you a much more inclusive stream. Again, thank you, Snyder, so much, bro, for coming on, bro. Freaking-
Oh, the love.
we got an awesome week ahead of us.
Hey, thank you, Eric.
Yeah. Got the love.
Get off the
What's up,
camera,
Bucky?
bro.
love,
All right.
love.
Hey, thank you to all those vets out there. Thank you for your service. I know it's weird to hear sometimes, but you know what? You served your country. You did what 99.9% of other people ain't gonna do, won't do, and didn't do. So again, you served your country. Let the VA serve you.
Yep.
Go get yours, man. Absolutely. All right, y'all. Have a good evening. We out.